In this domain, if you stand still, you die. Hello, my lovely monsters. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I have returned with a new build for the Warlock. Break the ice with explosive fury. Let's get to it. Part 1. The weapon. We're using the exotic sniper rifle, Icebreaker. This comes with the perks, no backpack, final blows, or assist with any other weapon or ability have a chance to create ammo for Icebreaker. Defeating powerful combatants will create multiple rounds. Then we have Icebreaker. Defeating a target with this weapon causes them to explode. Precision final blows or shattering a frozen target instead triggers an ignition. This gun is returned to us from Destiny 1, and it's better than ever if you ask me. What can I say? Everything is better with explosions. Part 2. The armor. We're using the exotic chest piece Rime-coat Raiment. This comes with a perk, Bleak Domain. Your Bleak Watcher turrets are enhanced with extended range and are surrounded by stasis crystals and a storm. While standing in the storm, you are granted icicles over time. Icicles activate when you fire your weapon, applying slow to targets they hit. I'm sure you've heard of this exotic already, it's kind of a doozy. And with this combination, you'll be able to stack slow and eventually freeze enemies with Icebreaker for even more ignitions. But you know me. Let's crank it up a notch, shall we? Part 3. Class and mods. We're on Prismatic, and for our super, I'd say Winter's Wrath. For the melee, Penumbral Blast for more stasis and crowd control. For our grenade, Cold Snap for even more stasis synergy. For our aspects, Bleak Watcher. Consume your grenade to deploy a stationary stasis turret that autonomously attacks enemy combatants. Then we have Hellion. Activate your class ability to summon a solar mortar that lobs flaming projectiles at distant targets. Targets damaged by the mortar are scorched. Moving to our fragments, Facet of Purpose. Picking up an orb of power grants either Amplified, Restoration, Frost Armor, Woven Mail, or Overshield based on the damage type of your equipped super. -10 to recovery. Facet of Ruin. Increase the size and damage of burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, and increase the size of solar ignitions, +10 to mobility. Facet of Dawn. Powered melee hits against targets make you radiant. Powered melee final blows make both you and nearby allies radiant, -10 to strength. Facet of Command. Freezing or suppressing targets reloads your equipped weapon and increases weapon stability, aim assist, and airborne effectiveness. Defeating frozen or suppressed targets creates a stasis shard or void breach. Facet of Courage. Your arc, solar, and void abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with a darkness debuff, +10 to discipline. Facet of Balance. Rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy. Rapidly defeating targets with darkness damage grants grenade energy. With this setup, we'll gain Frost Armor on Orb Pickup, buff the damage of our ignitions and shatters, gain Radiant, which buffs our weapon damage and gives us anti-barrier, make stasis shards, increase our ability damage, and increase our ability regen. We like to call that synergy around these parts. Moving to our artifact mods, Crystalline Converter to make more stasis crystals, Hail the Storm to add more slow to the build, Brain Freeze for even more slow, finally, Served Cold so stasis shards can give us our class ability energy. That lets us use Hellion even more. As for weapon recommendations, any stasis primaries are a good call. Something with Headstone or any of the new stasis perks are highly recommended. But as always, use whatever fits your playstyle and the content you're running. And feel free to tell me in the comments below what you think would work well with this build. Moving to our armor mods, on the head, Dynamo for super energy and whatever siphon mod fits. On the arms, Heavy-handed for orb generation and impact induction to get more grenade energy. On the chest, 2 charged up mods for more armor charges. On the legs, 1 solar surge mod for damage, Absolution for ability energy, Recuperation for health. On the class item, Time Dilation to extend our buff, Powerful Attraction to grab orbs from a distance, and Bomber for just a pinch more grenade energy. When these pieces come together, you get a build that excels in long-range destruction. Drop your turret and pop your rift to start raining slow and scorch down on your enemies. As you stand in your domain, Icebreaker starts making things explode. Red bars die in one shot and anything tankier gets frozen first, then explodes. What's not to love? But now I have to talk about the most important part of any Destiny build. Part 4. The fashion. Here's the outfit, and I dig it. Rime-coat has a very unique look, very gothic and regal. So I used the unyielding favor hood and boots to match the energy of the cloak and those blue crystals. Then I used the Denarite shimmer gloves and the Celestine bond to give it some color and lights to add a touch of pow. You know what I mean? Then I wrapped everything in the Rivalry black sand to give it a black and white theme. I think it looks daring, alluring, captivating. Kind of like the build if you think about it. Now, I can't pass up a joke, so excuse me. Ice creeps and fire calls. Their hearts shatter and their voices fall. Stand them up to meet their maker. Yoiki Tenkai. Domain breaker. So, that's the build. Do you like the loadout? Do you like the outfit? Are there any suggestions you'd make? Talk to me in the comment section below. If you don't know what to say, how about nah? If you get it, you get it. If you want more of my builds, I have a playlist right here. And if you want something to pass the time, I have a playlist of lore readings right here. So feel free to check those out. If you could do me a favor and strap a reverse bear trap to the subscribe button's head, that would be great. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I hope you have a joyous day despite the world trying to tear you down. I will see all of you beautiful monsters next time.